first restaurant of Bengaluru was started by a gentleman called Avani Narsingh Rao. This restaurant was started at the junction of Chickpete and Dodpete. Dodpete is nothing but the current Avenue Road. And the time period I am talking about is somewhere in the end of 1800s or early 1900s. The second restaurant of Bengaluru was started by a gentleman called Venkatanna. Venkatanna started his restaurant in Chickpete area, and the time period according to DVG is around 1905 or 1906, that period. And Venkatanna's hotel was no ordinary hotel. If you had to eat in Venkatanna's hotel, you would have to pre-book. Venkatanna used to maintain a register wherein you would need to pre-book it by giving a token amount. And Venkatanna was a very strict guy. He used to ensure that his customers are bathed properly, and if applicable, he used to ask them to put vibhuti. In Venkatanna's restaurant, the seating was quite different. It had 3 seating areas. There was one for the pure Brahmins, another for the Laukik Brahmins as DVG says, and the third one is for others. In Venkatanna's restaurant, the food was served on a plantain leaf. Dosa or dose and coffee was the go-to combination over there. And it was the responsibility of the customer to make sure that he folds the plantain leaf and puts it in the dustbin once he finishes it. Saturdays and Sundays were meant for snacks. The snack combination was generally rava unde and kodbale. Rava unde is rava ladu, and then heserunde and om pudi. Heserunde is nothing but green gram ladu and shave, what we call, that's called om pudi. And the third combination was sajjappa and I think avlaki. Yeah, sajjappa and avlaki. So that's how Venkatanna's restaurant kind of functioned. Moving on, the next important restaurant in Bengaluru's history was started by a gentleman called K.T. Appanna. So K.T. Appanna's restaurant was somewhere around the turning of the Taragupet, and that's where he started the restaurant. And in K.T. Appanna's restaurant, each meal costed you 2 annas. 2 meals was 4 annas, and if you take a monthly membership, it costed you 7 rupees. And then in the evenings, Appanna used to make delicious raw banana bundas. That's what they say, and it was priced at 2 kasus. Moving on, after a certain while, K.T. Appanna started his new restaurant in Chickpete, and that was called as the Hindu Coffee Club. This is probably the first cafe of Nama Bengaluru. And this was a cultural hub. Many scholars, musicians, authors came together and they discussed various things over here. But eventually, this restaurant had to be shut down. The reason being that, Hindu Coffee Club or K.T. Appanna gave food on credit to his customers, and those customers never came back to pay the credit. Later, after few years, he started the modern Hindu restaurant, and this was encouraged by none other than Sir M. Visvesvaraya. Modern Hindu restaurant did a very good business, and it literally functioned for more than 70-80 years before shutting down. So thereafter, there were many restaurants or cafes, whatever you call, that came up in Bangalore. Some are functioning even today, and they have a cult following. That's it for today. Thank you.